welcome back to the podcast. On today's episode, it's all about you. It's all about you. Say, it's all about me.
It's all about me.
It is all about you. It's time for you to work on you.
On Just These Guys, you know.
And today we got 5 ways to work on you and a bonus.
And I have no idea what's coming. So this is just as exciting for me as it is for you.
This was an inspiration that I got from someone here 3 or 4 days
Mike
ago.
On the mic.
Yep. This was kind of a double inspiration because several months ago, I saw this video and it just cracked me up. It was of this little girl. She was in the back seat of a car. The dad was up front filming, and he's filming his little girl, and she's probably 2 years old, maybe 3, and she's trying to buckle her lap belt on the car seat.
Oh, really?
And I mean, she's just concentrating on this thing, trying to get this thing to snap together. And he goes, can I help you? And she goes, no, you worry about yourself. And then she just keeps going for it. She's trying to get this thing in, and he goes, can I help you? And she goes, no, you worry about yourself. And then she finally looks up, realizes he's still filming her. She goes, you drive, you worry about yourself. She's back there working on her. She says, you work on you.
You work on you.
Here's what's hilarious is Coco did the exact same thing to me. I just wasn't filming it. And she did the exact same thing to me. She is in this mode, and she's 3, of constantly challenging herself. She wants to do this. She wants to hold that. She wants to be able to do it. She's so independent. She's growing. She's challenging herself. And she just says, listen, you worry about yourself. And so on today's episode, that's what this is all about. It's time for all of us to work on us. It's time for me to work on me. It's time for you to work on you, because we've been talking about this for a long time. And by the way, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our very regular and consistent listeners, I call him Smitty, Mr. Jason Smith. He actually said to me over the weekend, he said, I was listening to the podcast and I decided that this kind of felt like it was a growing thing, so I needed to go all the way back to the beginning.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So he's gone all the way back to the beginning. He is battling his way through the early episodes. He didn't even say that. That's what I was thinking in my mind.
Right.
And so he said he's on about episode 24 or so. And so I'm going to have to just shoot him a quick text, say, just take a quick listen to this week's episode and then get back to your travels, because he's only got about, 70 some or 80 some episodes to catch up.
Yeah, he's got to go through the whole coffee phase, which...
Yeah. And the gluten phase.
You're going to learn a lot about Mike.
Yeah. I got people all the time that'll say, you remember when you said, and I'm like, I don't remember it. Thank goodness. I don't remember it. But anyway, time to work on you. So whoever you are, you're working on you. I'm working on me. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to set 5 ways today to work on yourself. And then I'm going to give you a quick bonus. And the first one is this: set specific goals.
Boom.
So for this whole thing, and I think we've talked about goals before, but you set a specific goals. And when goals are specific, they're smart.
Okay.
So they're not A, they're S. I got to learn how to spell. I got hooked on phonics. They're specific. They're measurable. They're A. They're achievable. They're relevant. And they're time bound. So there's a beginning and an end, so that you know whether or not you're getting anywhere.
Okay.
So setting specific goals, make them smart. Again, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound.
Boom.
So number 1, Set specific goals. Yes, clear goals. Set clear goals. Number 2 is this: practice self-compassion. Now, whenever I hear somebody say something like this, I actually tend to cringe a little bit.
Yeah, that's a cringeworthy.
Yeah, I know.
Self-compassion.
Self-compassion. And I always think of, I think his name was Stuart. You're good looking. You're nice. People like you. And doggone it. Yeah. And so it's really not about that, but it is about, are you kind to yourself? Or are you just kind to others?
Sure.
And always constantly beating yourself down? Because working on you is not about beating yourself down. It's about lifting yourself up. And you're the one who can do that the most.
I'd agree.
And so what we allow is just the constant bombarding. It's almost like negativity comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And we're the ones that are allowing it. And a lot of times that comes from whatever we're letting in. Those negative voices we're listening to all this negativity, and it just creeps its way in. And then all of a sudden we're just bombarding ourselves with this negativity, and it's not healthy at all.
No.
And so the whole idea here is that we can be kind. If I want kindness to be like a value, one of my core values, it starts with being kind to yourself. Because out of the overflow of the heart is what we have to offer. And so, number 1, set clear goals. Number 2, practice self-compassion. And number 3
And before you go to number 3, just that last thing you said, out of the overflow of the heart is what. So what you're saying, if we can be kind to ourselves, then we can actually be kind to other people?
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the whole idea of where Jesus said, listen, the most important thing that you can do is to love God and love others. And he says, love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. And so the way we tend to love our neighbors is the way we tend to love ourselves.
Mm.
And so
if we're hard on our neighbors, that suggests we're hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
And if we're kind to our neighbors, then perhaps we are kind to ourselves.
They tend to go really, really hand in hand.
Okay.
And so, yes. So set clear goals, number 1. Number 2, practice self-compassion. Are you kind to yourself? And be honest about that. And then number 3 is engage in self-care. Now, this is the actual physical stuff that we do to engage in self-care. That's the eating healthy. That's the exercising. That's the actually doing the things physically that are going to even help with our mental. And so self-care.
Sure.
You're working on you.
Yep.
It's okay today to focus on you. I struggle with that. I struggle with the idea that it's not selfish, but it's actually something that's it's not really selfless, but what it is it's just the idea that what you've got to offer comes from either a good place or a bad place, a healthy place or an unhealthy place.
Well, to help other people, you have to have something to offer.
Right.
And so the example that's often used is there's somebody drowning in the ocean and you swim out to them. Well, if you're not in good enough shape to swim out, if you can't go help them. And if you're not taking care of yourself in this whole nightmare, they will pull you under and drown you.
Mm-hmm.
And so first taking care of yourself to be in that position to be physically able to do it. And then secondly, knowing kind of when we get out there, there's some boundaries we got to deal with in order for me to help that person out of the water. If I'm, not in good shape physically and mentally, then I can't offer anything to other people. I can't go help my neighbor move his fridge if I'm in bad physical shape.
Yep. That's why we don't see a bunch of obese, overweight firefighters out there.
Right.
It just doesn't work.
No.
They are not going to be able to help much. Another example that's often used is if you're on a flight and the oxygen, they lose oxygen in the cabin, then what do you do when them masks come popping down and you're with child?
Sure.
You put it on you first or you put it on them first?
Put it on you first.
You first. You're working on you.
You
got to be awake to be able to help this child.
Sure.
And so, yeah, that's another good way to think about it. So set clear goals. Number 1, practice self-compassion. Number 2, engage in self-care. Number 3, and number 4 is this, and this is a big one that a lot of people shy away from. I have admittedly shied away from this a lot. Am I off? Number 4 is...
Those numbers were confusing to me. Maybe I'm not into algebra.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's confusing. I don't get confused until 5 usually. Number 4.
Number 4
is seek feedback.
Seek feedback.
Yeah, seeking feedback. This whole idea is what and who, again, are you letting in? Now, are you going to seek feedback on exercise, again, from somebody who is 300 pounds overweight? Financial advice from someone who is broke?
Right.
So why do we allow people that we have no clue who they are to feed into us so much? And this whole idea is finding people around you that you can trust and that have similar goals, that have that, and maybe they're ahead of you. You want that ahead of you. You have been a great example for me over the last 2 years. We've known each other for a whole lot longer, but since we've been doing this, you have been a real strong example for me of just being consistent, and not delaying.
Sure.
Do it now.
Do it now. Be consistent.
Do it now. I still admittedly battle with procrastination at times. I get distracted and all this and that. I can come up with tons of excuses, but I'm better.
Sure.
And I'm improving. And doggone it.
That's the goal.
People like me. So set clear goals. Number 2, practice self-compassion. Number 3, engage in self-care. Number 4, Doc, seek feedback. And number 5 is cultivate positive habits. Now, how do you cultivate positive habits? Because this whole thing is basically cultivating positive habits, but it has to start between the ears.
Well, and what was number 4?
Number 4 is seek feedback.
And number 3?
Number 3 was engage in self-care.
Okay. Self-care, seek feedback. And 5 is?
5 is cultivate positive habits.
Okay.
So cultivating positive habits, like I said, starts between the ears. When you begin to think positively, which is the whole entire reason that we do this podcast. When you begin to change the way you think, when it changes your perspective and all of a sudden you go from prison to power and you realize that this is why it's so important for you to work on you, because you have been the biggest barrier to your own personal growth, happiness, health, everything. That's the best and the worst news you could possibly get.
Yes.
Because the worst news is you're allowing it to happen. The best news is all you got to do is get you out of the way. You don't have to worry about anybody else. That's great. That is great news. And so the bottom line is cultivating positive habits. It's the whole idea that we think before we do. And so you want to promote the book right here?
12-2, How to Transform Your Mind.
Yes, indeed. So cultivate positive habits, number 5. Okay, so let's review real quick. Set clear goals, SMART goals, practice self-compassion, engage in self-care, seek feedback, cultivate positive habits, and then here's the bonus. This is the bonus, because this is what's going to set everybody, if you're working on you, at some point, you're going to be able to do this. And this is where I believe the joy comes in, the life. You know, we have 2 lives. I saw this quote and I loved it.
Okay.
We have 2 lives. Most of the time you only hear, you got 1 life. But we have 2 lives. And the second one begins when the first one, I've already forgot it. I should have wrote it down. It was so good. I'll think of it. I'll even look it up. You're going to have to cut this part. No, we don't cut it. Leave it. Anyway, here's the deal. Here it is. You going to look it up for me?
Yeah, keep going.
This is the bonus. If you're still with us, this is the bonus. Number 6 is this. And it goes right back to the little child in the car seat wanting to constantly do it themselves. You work on you. She said, you work on you.
You work on you.
You mind yourself. Here it is, number 6. Challenge yourself beyond your comfort zone. Did you get it? Did you find it?
Yeah.
We have 2 lives, and the second begins, yeah, that's good, when we realize we only have one. Dang. Revelation. It's time to start. It's like Red said on Shawshank Redemption. You either get busy living or you get busy dying.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's a question for you. Not to just gloss over challenging yourself. The 6th one is to get beyond your comfort zone. Pick a goal that is still achievable, still relevant, still all that, still smart, but it's going to stretch you. It's going to you're going to have to push for it. It's not just going to be a cakewalk, but you're going to have to push yourself for it.
Sure.
And then see what happens. That's what breathes life into us. That's what gets us, because our true life, I believe, does live just on the other side of our comfort zone. And so, number 1, set clear goals. Number 2, practice self-compassion. Number 3, engage in self-care. Number 4, seek feedback. Number 5, cultivate positive habits. And finally, challenge yourself.
Wow. That just bam, bam, bam. Truth bombs, wisdom just come pouring out of you this morning.
Well, yeah. I'm already working on it. I'm working on me. Well, now this whole idea.
I like that last one about push yourself beyond your comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's where goals should be. If they're easy, I mean, maybe that's a place to start with the whole. I mean, achievable doesn't mean easy. It means realistic. I'm not going to go run a marathon in a week.
Right.
I'm not even going to run 5 miles in a week. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't be happy. It wouldn't be smart. And so setting it, stair-stepping it. Sure. But this whole idea of challenging ourselves, that's where the blood flows and growth.
Yeah.
And again, back to that whole, I got this. Man, think about everything that we learn in our first just 2, 3, 4, 5 years of life. And how much we grow. And then how much we stop.
Yeah.
As adults, there's so few of us who are actually pushing ourselves beyond where we are.
When we think of infants and toddlers as being dumb.
Yeah, right.
Right. They learn a whole new language.
I know. And then we're amazed at when they pull out a word that we rarely use.
Right.
She knows that word. Yeah, it's amazing.
So if a toddler can learn an entire new language,
yep.
Why can't I?
Yeah. So true.
Yeah. I mean, challenge yourself, push yourself beyond your comfort zone.
Yep. Order up that language class today.
Do it now.
Go get it. Do it now.
Get her done.
Good stuff, Doc.
Hey, good stuff, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Woo!
Now go get it. And remember, information without application is an abomination.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Just These Guys. You know, we got Pastor Mike on the mic today, spitting out truth.
We got Dr. Parker in the house.
We will catch you guys next week.
Mm-hmm.